up, y'all? Hope you're doing good. I think most of us have seen this video where this guy is talking about people say that white people don't have culture, they've never been to an SEC football game, and blase blase. And then it goes into a video of people doing something. I'm not sure exactly what college football team this is. It could be Clemson, it could be Auburn. I'm not 100% sure. I just know that what these young people were doing, what they thought they were doing, was not what they were really trying to do. I know this is a trivial matter. This doesn't matter. These kids are probably generational wealth. This is probably generational wealth on top of generational wealth on top of generational wealth. These are probably some future leaders of America. They don't care about people critiquing their swag surfing. They don't care about that. It doesn't matter to them. And it really doesn't matter anyways in general. So this video is not to divide anyone. It's not to say someone is less or someone is more because they can or they can't swag surf. This video is just because I think about swag surfing often. I'm from Atlanta. I say this over and over again. I'm from Atlanta. So I think about swag surfing a lot. And I went to a wedding over the weekend. One of my very, very good friends, one of my brothers, got married over the weekend. And at a black wedding, now it is tradition to swag surf. After the wedding and sitting on it, coming back to this video, there's several thoughts that started to just come up in my mind. Several things, several sparks that just happened. And I thought about it. The reason why swag surfing looks so different for some people than it does for other people is because swag surfing is very much like the wave. A lot of people believe the wave is a group effort. I think the wave is an individual effort. The wave is about making sure that you hit your mark. So whenever your mark comes, you are supposed to hit it. That is what the wave is about. This video was about people trying to individually find their mark and hit their mark. That's all they were worried about. They weren't worried about how the person next to them were moving or anything. Even though they had their hands wrapped around each other, they were trying to get together in a singular motion. It was about everybody hitting their individual mark. At least that's what I saw. That's what I saw, is everyone trying to hit their individual mark. Now, going into a second part of this, a second thought that I had, a second somewhat epiphany that I had about the difference in the cultural swag surfing. The other thing is, I noticed that even though these people had their arms around each other, they were trying to move together. Again, it's like the swag surfing has now become like the wave in which you are to hit your individual mark. The other thing is, these people were not supporting each other. Yes, they were connected by touch, but they were not supporting each other. And you know what I think part of that is? Part of that is these people culturally can rely on a system that supports them. So even if the person next to them is not supporting them, even if the person behind them is not supporting their movement, even if the person that is coordinating the swag surf is not supporting them, they feel supported because they know that there's a system behind them. Other cultures, culturally, have to rely on that support. They have to rely on the support of another individual, of the individual beside them. So they move together with that individual to make sure that they are truly supported. That is one of the cultural differences that I see in swag surfing. Swag surfing has become somewhat of a cultural, spiritual experience for black people. That is why swag surfing has become ingrained in new millennials' weddings. It's because there is a spiritual act to swag surfing. Going back to that connection, there is a spiritual connection when you are swag surfing with your friends, when you are swag surfing in a group. There is a connection between you and your people, your ancestors, the people around you, the people in the room, the people in the building, the people in the function. There is a connection between everyone. You don't truly see that connection for the people at these SEC football games or whatever. It goes back to the wave. The wave is an individual effort in which your main goal is to hit your mark. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. Truly, it doesn't matter. You just have to hit your mark. You don't have to worry about support. You just have to hit your mark. Swag surfing, you worry about your support. You worry about the movement of the person next to you. You worry about the movement of the person on the other side of you. You worry about the movement of the people in front of you, because you want to make sure that everyone is supported and everyone is moving in a similar fashion. Insert the Keenan Ivory Wayans meme right after this. Yes, there is a message to that. If black people can continue to collectively come together when they swag surf, if they can take that energy out of the swag surf and put that collective energy into so much, we wouldn't have to think about the support, or we wouldn't have to think about the system. Imagine the generational wealth that we could build if we put the same energy into swag surfing that we do into life, into daily life. Think about it. Think about it. But at the end of the day, none of this really matters. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Swag surfing is swag surfing. It's cool. Let me tell you something. Swag surfing at a wedding is top tier. Just the vibe, the energy, everything. This was my first time swag surfing at a wedding. It had been a long time since I've been to a wedding. So it was just elite. But yes, I think that I have figured out, and I think through this video, you may have figured out as well, some of the differences, the cultural differences in swag surfing, and why it looks one way on one side and another way on another side. Again, this video is not to divide anyone. It's not to make anyone feel less or more because they cannot swag surf. This video is simply me relaying thoughts and ideas that I had. But there is a clear and cut difference in the way in which people swag surf. Even the swag surf that we have now is not a true traditional swag surf. I'm just saying. It's awesome. I love to see it. I love to see black people be happy. I love to see black people support each other in their swag surf. But there is a cultural difference. And maybe this should be a longer video. Maybe this should be a long conversation. What do you think? What do you think about the way in which swag surfing varies and the different looks and how it's done? What are your ideas? How do you see it? What are your thoughts? Please feel free to share them. I would love to hear them. Thank you, and